It's not looking good for Beta Edu, the Nigerian Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation Minister. Just a few months ago, she was on the headlines for corruption. Basically, there was an investigation that was going on, and the reason behind the investigation was because she was, quote, signing off a huge amount of money, over $600,000, to a personal account. This money, mind you, was supposed to go to people that are in need. But she claimed that she didn't do anything wrong and she stood by that. Now the investigation found out that there are funds traced to more than 50 bank accounts, and those accounts have $24 million. That is a huge jump from about $650,000. Initially, that's the amount that she was being investigated for. Now to find over $20 million, there's a huge gap, and they said they're continuing to investigate. And by the way, this money was found scattered in 50 different bank accounts, and most of them seem to be personal accounts and has nothing to do with government accounts or accounts that are there to help the people on the ground, which is just so sad. This is the reality of many countries in Africa, whether we would like to admit it or not. By the way, this minister is young, right? She's in her 30s, and people were saying, Nigerians on social media were saying, she was only caught because she's new to this. So if this junior or someone that's young and new to the game can allegedly take out of the government's pockets over $20 million, imagine how much the rest are taking. The ones that have been in this game for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, some, as you know, have been in power for so long, right? So how much have they embezzled? How much have they taken out? It's just a sad reality when you think about it. It's kind of depressing, but at the same time, it's good to have the information so that we can be stricter when it comes to auditing us, the people. We can have a system where if we believe or suspect someone is stealing from our funds, we go ahead and take them to court, or they have to be accountable. We need to hold them accountable. Otherwise, we'll continue in this circle that we've been going for a while. So this young lady got caught for $650,000, as we've reported before. A Nigerian poverty minister has been suspended for money transfer into her personal account. I didn't even know there was such thing as Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation. Apparently, that position is there in Nigeria. Her name is Beta Edu. She was caught transferring 500,000 euros, which is $640,000, to her personal account, and that money was supposed to go for humanitarian purposes somewhere else. So she used a private, separate account. And when she was caught, she said, no, but I did that because I wanted to use that account to fulfill my job. As of now, she's suspended and she's being investigated. But people on Twitter are eating her up, basically. And some of the things that I read, for example, someone wrote, what's her job description and her KPI? I feel this is an unfair decision. Charity begins at home. She was looking after her own humanitarian affairs first and foremost, and alleviating her own poverty permanently. Then eventually she would get to the rest of Nigeria. A lot of people made comments, light-hearted comments. It's funny when you read it, but it's very serious what she did. She is the first minister under Bola Tinubu now to be suspended, and she's under investigation, which It's so sad. She's the youngest minister in that government, and she could have been an example, and she could have done so much, but she chose to take money, allegedly. And now we find out, allegedly, there's more to it. There's millions. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about this case, as well as all the other cases we've talked about when it comes to corruption. What do you think is the solution? How do you think we can hold our government officials accountable? I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next